This is my Patton U2-1887 high velocity air circulator. I believe this would be sometime from the late 80s to early 90s. This was one of the last few produced because you can see the cheaper elements starting to appear in this. Starting with the blade set, it's just a single stamped sheet, whereas the older ones used to be a proper riveted blade set. It does, however, still have the full-size blue Macmillan motor in it, and it's actually quite a sizable motor. Here's a look at the tags on the motor. Unfortunately, the motor tag from Macmillan is covered over, but it is in fact the Macmillan motor. I'm not sure what that number means. I know it's U2-1887 is the model number. I don't know if 902 is a date code or something. I don't know how you would read that. Here's a look at the speed switch, and yes, it was poorly designed because high and medium are partially cut off by the dial. It has the cord wrap on either side of the motor, and on the motor it still has oil ports, which is always nice. And there's the oil port on the front of the motor. And here's some close view of the windings. Unfortunately, I do see a Made in China label right there on the capacitor. Can't really get a good look at the capacitor to see what the rating is, but there's a look at the wiring of the switch. This thing is in overall pretty good condition. There is some minor pitting on the grill here and there. It does look like it was used for painting at one point, but it's all original except for the feet. These have been replaced. I made these feet for it, the ones it came with. Well, I think there's only one left and it was very disintegrated, so I made those new feet and put those on there, and everything else is all original. Okay, we'll go ahead and start it up now. I have a new setup here at the kilowatt meter. Let me check and see how many volts it's on. We are testing on 122.7 volts. Okay, I'll put it on high now. Drawing about 2.24 amps, a fair bit below what it's rated at. Gone down to 2.18 amps. Now it's back at 220. I'll switch it down to medium now. Drawing 1.48 to 1.5 amps. I will switch to low now. 1.31 to 1.33 amps. No, 1.34 amps. You may not be able to see this on the video, but it is quite out of balance. You can see the guard is shaking quite a bit and the blade is a fair bit out of whack. Alright, I'll turn it back up to high, then I'll let it spin down. This is the power draw straight to high. This doesn't really have a startup sound, but I'll try to capture whatever I can of it anyways. Starting on high. And medium. And low. That concludes the video of the U2-1887. Thank you for watching, comment, and subscribe. Out.